the way the system's been set up, the system has been set up through the education system, and the way society has set it up is to avoid the problems. Do whatever you can to avoid the problem. Take the comfort zone. But the problem is, when you're avoiding the problems, you're not growing and developing. We're saying we want the problems. We seek the problem because this is giving our brain an opportunity to solve the problem. That's what do I need to solve it. And as we're solving the problems, we are learning and we're reflecting. So yes, maybe I do need to do that course. Maybe I do need to watch that podcast. Maybe I do need to speak to that person. Maybe I do need to read that book. And then we go back into the action. We go back into the action. Don't spend your life avoiding problems. Spend your life solving problems. And then your brain becomes a machine. It's solving problems towards a desire. Now, if you don't have an ecstatic desire, that's okay because we just create goals. We create goals and we have the problems. But eventually what will happen through that process, you will find that ecstatic burning desire, that deep purpose. And when you do, you're ready for it because you've already built the model, the machine that knows how to solve problems, that knows how to jump into the action and then solve the problems as they come up because we're reflecting. And reflection is a deep learning exercise. And so as this all becomes a habit and it becomes a lifetime habit, and you keep growing and developing, and what you're doing, you're getting to your destination. And the biggest cause of your habit is the people around you. So then you change the people around you. You'd be amazed at the people that come in and out of your life. The people that want the old you, they won't be happy, so they'll leave. But the people that really want this new you, maybe they want to join you, they will jump on board. And that's fantastic. So if you've got friends that say, hey, Ross, I want to do what you're doing, I want to jump on board, what do I need to do? That's brilliant. We want that. But the people that don't like the new you, because as you start solving problems, as you start saying, sorry, I've got to do this stuff now, and the thing is, follow your brain. Follow how you're feeling because your subconscious doesn't lie. You know, when you're doing things, notice how that if you go for the cheap dopamine, and I call it cheap dopamine, there's either cheap dopamine or there's the expensive dopamine. The cheap dopamine is you're starting with the comfortable. Cheap dopamine is starting with the emotion, the planning. Cheap dopamine is lying on your couch and just watching a podcast and spending time writing and planning and forming ideas. The expensive dopamine, which is what you want, is the uncomfortable, is the action, is jumping in. That's expensive dopamine. That's the risk-taking dopamine. That's when we know when we make mistakes and fail in something. That's when we know we're growing. But there's no better moment in your life, I can tell you this right now, when you find your own individual ecstatic desire. Because that moment is the best moment in your life. I spoke yesterday to a 92-year-old who finally, after 92 years, he told me this. In fact, I might have him on here one day. He told me at 92 he finally found his ecstatic desire and he's going to pursue it. And he thinks it's giving him a new lease of life. It inspired me because at no age, there is no age limit where you cannot get to an area where you can start forming actions, start forming habits that allow you to get to your desire. Because if your desire is not high, if we're not doing the machine learning practices, learning to solve problems towards the desire, what happens is when we finally get to that ecstatic desire, When the moment we find that ecstatic desire, as you're growing and developing, you will nail that ecstatic. You'll know it because your body just changes. Everything changes. You're just so, you're in a state of joy. Like, I personally can't believe that I do these videos, and at the start these videos for me became a deep learning practice. My mentor told me to do these videos, by the way. He said, Ross, do these videos. Oh, but I can't do videos. I'm not going to be able to do these videos because they're going to help your deep learning practices. They're going to help you get to where you want to get to, based on my ecstatic desire. And I feel so joyful doing them. The stuff that I'm doing, I'm in an ecstatic mode. And so when you get to that mode, because you know your destiny, you've built a machine model that's seeking problems, it's seeking to solve problems, it's seeking the unpredictable. If you're not getting problems to solve, then your brain can't work. And like most, if you're avoiding those problems, if you're spending your life avoiding them because you're scared to make a mistake, because you're scared to take a risk, because you want to play it easy and play it safe, and all you want to worry about is what happen you do on the weekend and go out with your mates, you're probably saying that to yourself, and it's a habit that you've been saying to yourself for many, 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 many years. But deep down inside, when you've got anxiety, you've got depression, you're getting drunk, you're feeling unhappy and miserable, and you're saying to yourself, well, why is that person gone there, and why is that person driving that Mercedes, or why is that person doing that, and he's so lucky. Luck's got nothing to do with success. And also your geographical and your family history got nothing to do with success. Okay, they're all excuses. Oh, he's lucky because his dad's got money. Wrong. So don't get into that trap. Think about who you want to be. Think about your best version. And the only way you're going to get there is to form the habits. And the only way you do that is through the action. Jump into it.